Which brings me to what the Storytelling CEO is all about. The belief behind the platform is simply this: every opportunity starts with a story.
Thank you for the question. That's a very excellent question. I believe every human being that you meet, there's a story behind that person that we don't know, or you connect to it.
People are always asking me, hey, how can I be more like you? And the problem is, how can you be more like yourself?
I think vulnerability makes you a better person in general, and also better storyteller, because again, like you were just saying, the uncomfortable thing with the hard thing, touching on that, that's where the juice is, that's where the life is.
One thing I love about short films is that they prove you don't need 2 hours to make an impact. Sometimes just a few minutes can stick with us long after the credits roll. All right, so good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, come on, give me some energy. My name is Elio, and I'll be one of your hosts this evening. Welcome to the Storytelling CEO podcast launch and film screening. Tonight is a celebration of storytelling in all its forms. The stories we watch, the stories we create, and the conversations they inspire. That's what tonight is all about. Using storytelling to connect humanity and empower people. Whether you're here to support someone involved because you love filmmaking or simply to discover something new, thank you for being here tonight. Before we begin, let's give a round of applause to Dapo Ibrahim and everyone who worked to make tonight possible. One thing I love about short films is that they prove you don't need 2 hours to make an impact. Sometimes just a few minutes can stick with us long after the credits roll. After each screening, we'll invite members of the cast on stage for a quick Q&A, and then later we will introduce the new Storytelling CEO podcast. But first, let's begin. Our first film is a powerful look at second chances and the choices that define us. Please enjoy Beyond Redemption.
Grace,
911, where's your emergency?
jeez. Please, put the phone down. All I need is 1 minute, and then I'm gone for good.
I'd love to invite everybody here in the cast to come up to answer a quick question. Paquito, all right. If you want to come up. That was an amazing performance. I'm sure it was hard to get into that state. It was very emotional. My question for you is, what was the biggest challenge in bringing that character to life?
Really, it was the time, because of the circumstances, the way I got casted in the project. It was like a super last minute thing, Dapo, I think, where we had about a week or like a couple of days maybe. And really it was just diving into the script, trying to figure out what he really wants to say, and just do my best to express that, get as close to that vision as possible.
What do you think your character's intention was with leaving the money and not looking back?
That was his way of, I guess, doing the best thing for his family, because, sometimes people feel that they are too damaged or toxic and would cause more harm than good by being around. And then he felt leaving the money was like the last solid thing he could do for his family.
Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. It was great to watch your performance. Amazing job.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you, everybody.
All right. The next film keeps us guessing from beginning to end. Please enjoy Take the Bait.
I actually have to use the bathroom, so make yourself at home.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Wow, I did not expect that ending. This is my first time watching these. Would you guys please come on stage so I could ask you some questions? Oh my goodness. First of all, Paquito, how was the difference between filming this film and the last one?
Thank you. It was definitely more fun. This project is definitely a huge tonal shift. It was just like, I want you guys to have fun with these characters and just enjoy playing them. And it's not every day you get to play like a bad guy. So I'm just gonna say fun.
And then I have a question for you. Do you think, like, what was going through your character's mind? Like, was this all planned from the start? Like, he thought that he pulled one over on her and she was the real villain all along? Like, tell me a little bit about your character's journey.
I mean, he said it was great playing the bad guy, but I think it was greater playing the bad guy. I think, honestly, when, actually, I don't know if I should share this, Dapple, but I will. He had a totally different actor of who he wants in his mind as to play that character. But that's why, like, whenever I submit auditions, I just submit to every audition, even if it says looking for a Filipino, looking for a Japanese, looking for a black girl, looking for a white. I just submit to every audition because I feel like you have to be so convincing in the character, and the director's like, okay, I want to use her for this part. And that's what happened with this. And I also have a medical background, so when I played this character, I read the script, I'm like, yes. And am I supposed to tell the other part or no? Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you saw, like, but she was crossing out. So DAPA plans to release this on other platforms, and then there's gonna be other parts of it as well, like better production. So we're, like, waiting for funding and stuff. So it's gonna have other parts. So basically the story is, there's much deeper part to it. She becomes a man killer because of, things that happen in her past. Yeah, it's a vigilante. So basically she finds killers and men that commit crimes like this and heinous crimes, and she basically murders them.
Period. I know. I was sitting there thinking, like, why is she letting this man in her house when he lied to her? But I'm glad she got one over on him. Okay, let's give these wonderful actors another round of applause. Thank you. Okay, our next film takes a closer look at integrity, accountability, and the choices we make under pressure. Please enjoy Conflicted Level 3. Unfortunately, the cast for this film is unavailable, but I will be asking Dabo a few questions. So what inspired you to make the short film? What was the idea that sparked it?
Thank you for the question. So the main idea is to create like a commentary on my observation on American capitalism, and it can go both ways. How corporate America treats some of its best workers, and how one little thing can turn into something huge. So that's just my overview. But like I said, it can go in different direction. It can go in the company way, it could go in the employees way. But I've seen it, because this was actually inspired by my own personal observation. I've seen this happen, and it's just sometimes you'll see it happen and you'll think, oh well, this is not fair, but then there is also policy. So it creates like a dilemma, like which route do you want to go? Do you want to go in the route of the policy, or you want to go in the route of right or wrong, either moralistic or ethical? So that's just it's just from my personal observation.
Yeah, I saw that from the characters as well. One of them was definitely more by the book, and the other one was like, hey, wait, give him a chance.
Exactly, like the good cop, bad cop. There's always a cop that's like, we gotta do this, and there's always one that's like pleading, and then the subject will be like, okay, I hope this person wins, but it's just a commentary.
All right, let's give a
Thank
round
you.
of applause. Thank you for answering.
Thank you.
All right, our final film invites us to question what we think we know. Please enjoy the session.
The sparrows did not attack you. They diverted you. The wolf did not chase you. It herded you. The ditch did not swallow you. It returned you to where you buried the rest. Stop. Every image serves a purpose. Every sound, every terror. A grand design composed by the most intimate author imaginable. Stop. By you. No. You placed the tree in the fog because you could not bear to see the landscape around.
I'm gonna invite Dapo back to answer some questions. So, what was your favorite part about writing that?
Everything, honestly, everything, because it's one of those ideas that it's one of those ideas that it's not meant to be direct. It's meant to be metaphorical, so you could watch it and you could make your own stuff with it. So for me, it was just fun, just playing with it, and also the talents were very enthusiastic. And when I see talents that are very enthusiastic, I just want to work with them. So it was just, it was just fun, all true, honestly.
And it was definitely very emotional for the actors, as well as I saw some elements in there that the other films didn't have, like the visual elements.
Yeah.
What do you think the hardest part was about bringing this project to life?
The timing, yeah, the graphics, it took us like weeks to like render the entire graphics and everything, and just creating those imagery. Once again, I had the opportunity to work with like an excellent VFX artist, and we were able to like brainstorm, day by day, morning, afternoon, midnight, and to just curate the graphics and just bring it to life. Initially, we were thinking of creating like a void from the movie Get Out. By the way, this shot was inspired by Hannibal. I don't know if anyone has seen Hannibal. Yeah, it was inspired by Hannibal. I'm a huge fan of Hannibal Lecter, the series and the movie itself. So I was thinking of what can I do to like create like a session like that, a therapy session. And then the elements also in Hannibal they have, but the elements in Hannibal are much more gory than this. So we're like, okay, let's just play with something that would be, that would resemble like a void from the movie Get Out. And we had a whole bunch of shots that didn't even make it to the short film itself. We had like a green screen shot and was like, okay, let's not use this one. But the process itself was just fun, just working with a team of enthusiastic talent. I think that was what makes the whole project exciting for me.
Let's give a round of applause for that last film.
Thank you.
And now we're gonna take a break from the screen, and we have some fun movie trivia for you guys. So if anybody wants to test your knowledge and possibly win a prize, if 3 volunteers want to come up for trivia, please. Yay! Thank you, volunteers. Okay, so how it's gonna work, I'm gonna ask a question, and when I'm done asking the question, the first person to yell out the answer gets a point. And if you guys could put up how many points you have on your fingers so that the audience can keep track, that would be great. All right, your first question. What kind of fish is Nemo from Finding Nemo? Oh, there you go. Got a point. All right. Who plays George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life? Yeah, I heard in the audience, James Stewart. James Stewart, all right. No, all right.
Half a point. I got you guys.
Oh, here we go. I'm trying to make sure nobody sees my. No, nobody's peeking. It's okay. All right. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? No. No.
Cinderella?
Snow White is the answer. Well, nobody's perfect is the final line from what classic 1959 comedy starring Marilyn Monroe? No.
Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend? Is that a movie?
Some Like It Hot is the answer. It's one of my favorites. Which Alfred Hitchcock thriller is notorious for its shocking shower scene?
Yeah.
Hey, good job. All right. What movie follows four friends on a trip to Essence Fest?
What's best?
Essence Fest.
Girls trip?
Yes.
I'm dying of it.
I appreciate you for participating. All right. What is the name of Meatloaf's character in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? The answer is Eddie. I don't. All right.
These are very film school questions.
In The Sound of Music, how many Von Trapp children are there?
7?
Yes. I'll give it to you.
I'm with the crowd.
All right. Next question. Which long-running spy franchise features the British agent 007?
James Bond.
Yep, James Bond.
Damn it!
Wait, how many points do you each have? 2 and 2?
I'm
One.
definitely in the.
Okay.
They're definitely ahead of me. All my answers are from the audience.
We have one more question. Unless it's a tie, then I have another one. Who directed films such as Get Out, Us, and Nope?
Jordan Peele.
Who was that? Paquito?
Jordan Peele.
All right.
That was a tie.
It was a tie.
Now I have to.
Do I need another question? No, they're just supposed to say it. I couldn't tell who said it first. Yeah, okay. So nobody gets that point. Or yeah, okay, I'll ask one more. Okay, this will be whoever's closer, okay? How many Oscars has Meryl Streep been nominated for? You say 9, what do you think?
15.
The answer is 21. So you're closer. Now we have our winner, Paquito. But I actually have a surprise. Because you were good sports and participated, you're actually all getting a prize.
And so now we're shifting from stories on the screen to stories behind the scenes, the stories behind the people who are building their businesses, who are creating opportunities and making impact. Which brings me to what the Storytelling CEO is all about. The belief behind the platform is simply this: every opportunity starts with a story. Yeah. Through storytelling, this podcast and show explores how success is not only measured by revenue or recognition, but by growth, purpose, and the people that we get to empower along the way. And that vision is a reflection of the creator, Dabo Ibrahim. Dabo has experienced entrepreneurship from many different perspectives as an employee, as a leader, a business owner, a filmmaker. But what stands out even more than his accomplishments is the way he brings people together, as evidenced by the people here in this room. He has a bold vision, but he doesn't simply chase opportunities for himself. He is constantly creating opportunities for others, building teams, opening doors, developing talent, encouraging creativity, giving people room to discover skills they did not know that they had. His success has naturally become a platform for the success of others. And tonight is an example of that vision coming to light. So now I get to introduce some of the remarkable people whose stories reflect what this platform exists to celebrate. So I'm going to begin by thanking Brian. So just a quick backstory. I haven't had an opportunity to meet most of these guests beforehand, except Taquito. And so to find out a little bit about you, I had to get Dapo to talk about you behind your back. But the good news is he was saying nothing but good things. Let me tell you a little bit of what I learned. I learned that Brian is someone who reminds people what courage looks like. He's hardworking, deeply passionate, and not afraid to take risks and go against the grain to pursue what he believes he's called to do. So shout out to you, Brian. I learned that Dave is someone that many people simply know as Uncle Dave. And for Dapo, it's easy to understand why. He's seen him build success both in the corporate world and through his own ventures. Yet, what people often remember most is not necessarily your accomplishments, Dave or Uncle Dave. It's how generous will you give of yourself. He's known for listening well, encouraging others, and making people feel valued. So shout out to you, Dave.
Miami. Jimmy.
James, I heard that you use unique stories and personal experience. Is there any really like that? All right, cool beaks. He uses unique stories, personal experience to transform lives. James teaches people to find the core of who they are and stand by it and use their uniqueness to amplify their voices in the world. So shout out to you. Hasito, I heard from Dapo that you be oozing charm.
As he said, you have amazing camaraderie, you're professional,
And you are not afraid to courageously go into deep emotional places when you are acting and diving into the characters you pick. So shout out to you, Hatito. I don't know if they have a thumbnail for Megan. She isn't able to be here today. So I'm just going to briefly say behind her back, a bit about her, that she's an unconventional teacher, and she teaches people to secure financial freedom and build their financial futures, which is incredibly important. So shout out to Megan. Okay. All right, for bands, I'm excited to get into this conversation with you guys. So will you all join me in welcoming the panel to the front this evening? You're all on. Couple balls. So Brian, as offers of you.
Sure.
You chose an unconventional path. Was there a moment when you realized you had to stop living by other people's expectation?
Well, I think it took a couple of years to kind of get to that point where I stopped caring about what every single person thought of me. That was something that I felt like I grew up with and I was trained to do. But as I kind of progressed with my acting journey, I just slowly stopped caring and followed what I wanted to do, even if it really didn't make sense to most other people. So the more I kind of stuck in that lane, I just got on the bus and went with it, so to speak.
Uncle Dave, I've heard that you succeeded at both corporate and leadership entrepreneurship. What lessons have you learned that translate across both roles?
Just showing up. When you show off, there's so much more that can happen. It's one of those things. Started the job, didn't have my bachelor's degree when I first started in corporate, and I just kept on working really hard. And at some point, they used to reward people who did that, who showed up, worked hard, and did some things that other people can't do. That's the one part that everybody's doing here. All the people who've been interviewed and all you guys show up, do things that they can't do, they won't do, or they haven't even thought about doing. And that's how you'll succeed.
Courageous. Thank you. Great. Jane, how do you teach people to connect with the core of who they are?
That's a great question. So I help people see themselves differently, and it's different methods for me how I do that. Usually it's just my presence showing up, but I talk to people in a way where I use my story. You guys, you can see I have a skin condition called vitiligo, and I come from the very beginning of living with vitiligo since I was 18 months old. So I do know I do know the power in one person. I knew who I was before the world told me who I was. And one of the things a lot of people don't know who they are. So I've been working on myself since I was a little kid from the inside out, not the outside in. So I had the ability to allow to use myself and let people tap into who I am, and in a way where they feel the presence, or people are always asking me, hey, how can I be more like you? And the problem is, how can you be more like yourself? Right? So how you see yourself is how you be yourself. But I made it my life mission to help people with their transformation by using my visual difference to make a difference. But most importantly, give other people a voice and power who don't see themselves. It's simple to explain, but it's really hard to do, because the easiest things in life is the hardest things to do. It's very challenging for most people when they don't see themselves. And if it's a voice or it's just me using myself as an example, I let people tap into who I am. I let them focus on this one side if they don't see who they are. And I tell them, hey, I might can't change your heart. I might can't change your mind. Find your skin tone with the mind, and when you do, just know that we all the same. It's simple and easy to do, but it's the most challenging thing to do when it's something simple to do. So that's how I help people in a sense, in a way. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Paquito. Your work explores emotional spaces, as we've discussed. I'd like to know, why do you think vulnerability creates stronger storytelling? And I'd also like to know if you ever shared something personal that ended up helping someone more than you expected.
I think vulnerability makes you a better person in general, and also a better storyteller, because, again, like you were just saying, the uncomfortable thing with the hard thing, touching on that's where the juice is. That's where the life is. That's where we make things happen. And the hurt and the pain and the dirt. Now when things are looking good, that's when you did everything already. You already up at the top. But when you down in the dirt and getting hurt and everything like that, it's harder to be vulnerable when you're down in the dirt, because you feel you may not have a lie in your corner, or you're holding on to every little piece of you, when really what you have to do is let go. And then that'll open you up to so many more things, more opportunities, more perspectives that can help you get out of the situation. And then also being vulnerable can help other people, because someone else can be going through the same or a similar situation, but they see the strength that you have to confront it and speak about it out loud in public, gives them the strength to address their problems, and you might give them a way out.
Very nice. Thank you so much, he said.
Double, this one's for you. So you need to step up in front of the camera.
Why did you choose storytelling instead of another traditional business podcast?
Thank you for the question. That's a very excellent question. I believe our stories is our DNA. Our stories are the I believe every human being that you meet, if all you do is a handshake, if all you do is a wave, if all you do is a hi, there's a story behind that person that we don't know. Or if you connect to it, it causes a deeper meaning. And I believe everyone that you see, everyone that you meet, everyone that you talk to, every single conversation is just beyond what we are doing. And I feel like I'm privileged to be in the field where I get to explore those stories. I'm not
looking for good, bad, right, wrong, whatever. I just want to know the story that makes each human being that I connect with unique. And when I see that, I appreciate it. And that's what I want to just bring to the world. That's where that's the lens through which I want people to just view the world, to know that there's always something beyond what you see. If someone says hello, there's a meaning behind it. If someone is happy, there's a meaning behind it. And I'm not saying to go out there and start reading meaning to everything, but at the end of the day, I believe we are all unique inner beings. And it's our story that makes us very unique. I believe our stories are DNA, and I feel privileged to be able to just, share the same platforms. People get to have this deep conversation with them and get to just learn from them and inspired by them, and then use their stories to just inspire people of the world to become better, braver, more courageous, see themselves in, as where they're supposed to see themselves, take the risk that's deep thinking or contemplating, or should I take this risk or whatever. But I just believe there's so much more to who we all are. It goes beyond what we just see. And I just feel privileged to be in this line of venture, to be able to connect and then share with the world.
As I let you guys sit down one by one, I'm going to ask you for a one-word answer to this prompt. The prompt is success means, and then you fill in the blank with one word as you go. So, Brian, let's start with you. Success means...
Braver.
Oh, success means bravery. Give it up for Brian. And on next, success means...
Helping other people.
Very nice.
3 words. That was a you cheated. Thank you. Let's see if you say one word. A word where. Don't say might say what I was about to say. People.
Success means...
That. That's it. I keep those. Success means.
Hush.
Success means...
Growth.
Oops.
All right, but another word. Success means...
Happiness.
Okay, right.
Getting it. I said something.
So I want to say thank you again to the panel that came up, to Brian, to Dave, to James, Paquito, to Daspo, for sharing your experiences with us. And thank you to all of you for being a part of this lab. So one more round of applause. With we're about to slide into another opportunity to win some prizes. But before we do that, I need to tear and distribute the raffle tickets because I forgot to do that. But while I do that, we're going to do something else. Raise your hand if you've ever played a game of hot potato. Well, okay. So you guys are experienced, proficient at passing an object to another person. Tonight, that object is going to be a microphone. From your seat, I would like you to give the audience your name, and then you fill in the blank with your own word. Success means. So it might sound like this. My name is Jasmine. Success means grace or yourself. I won't restrict us to one word. A short phrase, grace for yourselves. Okay? So I'm going to pass you the mic, and you can give us your name and your blank. Fill in the blank for success need, and then you can pass it off.
And my name is Elio. I would say determination.
My name is Jessica, and I would say success means internal happiness.
My name is Chris, and success to me means the progression of a worthy idea.
You know who I am. I will say I'm Brian, and success means resilience.
Hello, I'm Paquito, and success means to me patience with yourself.
Hi, my name is Donovan, and I think that success is other people.
Hi, my name is Mina, and I think success is being content.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, my name is Grace. And to me, success may not be judgmental. Okay. Hi, my name is Cousin. Our first success means breaking boundaries. No, thank you. Hi, my name is Janine. And success to me simply means killjoy.
I'm Dave, and success means authenticity. Success means authenticity.
I'm Joe. Success means showing up for yourself as well as others that showed up for you.
Hi, my name is James McLeod, and success means to me, don't be afraid to be amazing.
Okay, come on, timing. Oh,
Hi, my name is Bright, and to me, success means results.
Hey, yo,
I say that.
Well, I did it earlier, bro.
Hello, my name is Helen, and success means loving yourself. Please go say.
Success means unconditional love. I love it. Thank you all for passing this hot potato mic and hitting us with your wisdom. That was beautiful. And before I go, not only will I serenade you, but we will all serenade James because today is his birthday. So we're gonna go the traditional happy birthday, or should we hit him? Yeah. Stevie Wonder. Yeah, this is famous the race. Okay, that one came to the top. So start it up and we'll follow along. 1, 2, 3. Eat. Eat. Eat.
Yeah. Beat. To yeah. Beat.
Oh, you won. Oh, you do.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Here. Thank you so much for being here and for blessing us with your words of wisdom. It's like, guys, that is my time. And now I have the pleasure of turning it over once more to the director, the storytelling CEO himself. Stop.
Thank you, Zach. Please round of applause for Jasmine, please. JRP guys, she's RP. She's a writer. She's a DP. She does music. She reads my screenplay, gives her feedback. She helped with the design. I'm just like this. I can't do nothing. But yeah, she's very helpful, supportive, and everything. So please, round of applause. That's all we get. Yeah, I think what on the scene spend time just thanking every single one of you, all the talents. Elio, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything. Jumping in last minute and just being enthusiastic about everything. Thank you for just leaving us, making sure everything was smoothly. Thank you to all the time from the short film, Paquito, Thank you so much. For upcoming Chef One, Jessica and Mia, thank you so much. All of the guests on the podcast, Brian, Janice, Uncle Dave, Gito again, get some stuff, take a spell. And then all the Toastmasters members, Brooks and Vest Toastmasters. This is Toastmaster where leaders are made. And I want to thank Grace, Janine. I want to thank Grace's sister. I want to thank every single one of you. And then also my sister, my blood sister, not my sister. I need to thank every single one of you. And then I guess to Joe, thank you so much. Nice to meet you. And then Crystal, thank you so much for everything. Honestly, this whole thing is possible because you guys showed up. And I really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. And also AV guy Bright. Thank you, Bright. Yeah, it came wonderful. It's an amazing. And once again, I believe our stories are very unique. Our stories are DNA. And I believe it never ends. Every single day you're writing your story. And we have the choice, we have the power to write our own story. Instead of just following the path that's going to lead for you, you have the power to take ownership of how your story comes up. And that's what we're doing here. That's the uniqueness of our being, just the power that we have. Sometimes it takes a while to find out that the power inside you, and sometimes you just know that it's there. And sometimes cultural, society, the world twists something on you, but you have to push back and say, this is the story I want to write. At the end of the day, it's all about taking ownership, writing your own story, and just keeping awesome people. Thank you, guys.